Hello, I'm Prakhar. I've been applying for my bachelor's degree. I'm a 12th grade student from Delhi Public School, Gwalior, and I'm currently trying for a bachelor's degree at the US. I'm currently admitted to 4 schools: Ohio State, Virginia Tech, IU Bloomington, and Colorado Boulder. I'm also waiting for two more responses from the school, and my overall journey has been really great, and LilacBuds have been a great help in the whole overall process, and it has been really exciting to work with these guys.
What was your SAT score? First attempt and second attempt?
My first attempt was 1320, 770 in maths, 770 in maths, and my second attempt was 1450, still 770 in maths.
What was your thought process? What were your key concerns? And how did you kind of decide to work with us?
My main concern with the whole application process was I was really worried about the essays and the writing part which has to be done, and I was not really aware of how the ranking of schools work and how I can shortlist them. So, and my main concern while joining LilacBuds was that I was a little late with my application process. Prayash briefed me about how it can be done easily and how it can be done on time, and he gave me certain deadlines, which was really helpful. While it was very limited initially, I had less things on my profile, and my another concern was that I did not know how to express those in a certain format. How I could I have done things in the past, but I did not know how I could show them in my profile or show them in my essays, and that has been a really critical part of the profile.
When you came, and I remember telling you about your profile, and you had done a lot of work tinkering with technology.
Yes,
but you had not really got a cohesive story. When you got together and you started thinking about the first draft of your essay, tell me, when you read the Common App essays and you were making the first draft, what were you thinking at that point? Because we gave you some ideas on what to write or how to go about it, but I'm pretty sure you came back, I mean, you know that you came back with a not so great draft. So what was the initial draft thinking process? And then tell us, how you structured and got to a stage where you felt that this was ready to, send to the universities.
My initial draft was it was a Common App draft, and my initial thought process was I went back to my 8th, 9th grade when I talked where I did a lot of tinkering with computers, with servers, with online modules, and that's what I thought of putting into my essay. My first draft was pretty sketchy, but then I worked on to it. I talked to Devanshi about it. She told me how I could, instead of writing direct points, instead of writing direct data, how you could write it in a very creative format, or how you could structure it differently. And that's how I build up upon my drafts. And in around 3 to 4 drafts, my Common App essay was ready, and it was up to the mark, I guess.
How was your parents' reaction when they found out that you got your first couple of admits and the ones that you were waiting for?
Actually, when I got my first admit, I was in the hospital with my mother, and around 8 a.m. in the morning, I got my first admit, and it was definitely a very exciting moment. I hugged my parents. It was something which you don't feel very often.
Going into the last bit, right? There are many applicants, high school students just like you, all across India, aspiring to go into computer science degrees, mainly to the US or the UK. 1 or 2 points, what you would tell them to how they could do better on their profiling and their essay writing.
Definitely start early. Stretching things for the last moment is never gonna help you. If you've thought about it, and if you're ready, that you are sure that you want to go to the US or you want to go to the UK, you need to start working on it from an early stage and start working on your profile. And that's how you can really elaborate your really expand your profile, and at last you can show it to the schools that this is what I've done.
Right, thank you, Prakhar, so much for taking the time.
It was a nice experience with LilacBuds overall. Devanshi, Prayash, everybody helped me, and working with them was very comfortable. I could even text them late at night and they wouldn't mind, and it was a very frank experience for me as well.